glass artist.
This image definitely has impact. You know, I love black and white. You know, my favorite medium is black and white because ever since that first, like I said, ever since that first picture came up in the developer, I love the intensity of the craftsman. You know, the piece of glass, the detail's great. You know, his hands are, you can see the gnarliness in his fingers and all. I mean, this is an excellent image. I'm gonna give this one a 10. I love the tight composition. This is really well done.
The constructor.
Yeah, here's another with the sparks flying. This one definitely has impact also. I think whenever we do a people at work subject in the club, someone always comes out with the image that has sparks in it. I think there was one last year that was in color. And this one is just as impactful in black and white. You know, you can see it's with, from the mask, the spark, with the sparks flying, all the way out here in the edges of the image, the center of it being right here, his hand, holding it, and just everything works really well with this. I want to give this a 10 also. Shadow detail is really well done in here.
Tied up.
Yep, that's what that poor little bull is. This is nice. Love the curve of the rope. Capture this at the perfect time with the curve of the rope, and this curve leading you out of the image. You can't see his face, but the shape of the hat is really, really nice. Caught at a great time when he's got the legs tied up here, and you see just the work that's being done by the cowboy with his hands here, and the calf, head down here and all. This is nice too. I love all the angles of the cowboy, and you can tell that this will stop in the action at a peak moment, which is really nice. This is another 10.
Malt shop waitress after hours.
Yeah, I wonder what's on her mind after hours with her eyes, where she's looking at the viewer. Really captured really nice. The black and white, really sets the time period for the scene. All the things in the background, Elvis, the guitar and whatnot. Love the way the lights handle even on the stools and everything. Yeah, this is nice too. I mean, we're on a roll here. I think I would have lightened her body up here just a little bit, but that's nothing to take away from what the score is going to be, which is a 10.
Quarantine.
This has impact, and I like this image because I took one just like it at a wedding in Puerto Rico about 8 years ago with the bride behind the shower door. It's very similar to this, so points to the photographer here. Love the position of the hands. Love the shadow right here. You captured the outline of the face. I love this shadow and the hands here and all. I even love the angle that this is coming down. I don't want to become a broken record, but here's another 10 in my book. I mean, this is kind of the image that I really, really like. I love the difference in the light here, the difference in the black shades of gray here and here. It almost looks like his arm could be bent this way and that way. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's really nice. Nice treat for the eyes.
Rodeo announcer.
Well, this is intense here. This image definitely has impact. Love the expression, love the texture and the mustache and all the stubble and whatnot. The old school microphone. But I'm going to give this one, a 9, because I think it could be, this could be just a little bit toned down here. Yeah, I just think this is a little too bright right here. I think this could be toned down a bit, and I think that kind of knocked it down from getting a higher score. So I would just burn the image down just a little bit.
Could you, Travis, could you annotate where your
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Sorry.
Yeah, you know, I just think all this here could just be burnt down a bit, and it would show even more of the texture of the face and really bring out the pores in the skin and the hair right in here, just to match the rest of it. I just think there's too much of a light change here and here, and I think you're losing the detail that could be all over in the face here. I think it would make this a more powerful image, because, you know, it just doesn't quite match the tonality of the rest of the image. Maybe just take the contrast down just a little bit also.
Thank you, Travis.
Mm-hmm.
Water break.
Well, that's a lot of animals coming to that little pond. This image has impact with, you know, I love the capture of all the animals coming to this water hole here. I mean, that's nice, and the reflection here is really nice. So that's well done. I wish the sky was more interesting. Even if you would have had to have stolen it from another image, I just think it would have helped the impact of the image. Also, you know, I just think these sheep, wherever they are, could have been burnt in just a little bit more, and really emphasize the reflection of them here. I think I would have probably put a little post-processing emphasis on that part of the image. I'm going to give this one a 9.
Room with a view.
Okay, this has impact on it with the shadows, but there's a good and bad with the shadows. This part right here distracts me from the rest of the image. I don't know, my eye kind of goes there and not here. So I think it would have been a stronger image if just this kind of a blob that is just too much of a distraction for me from this part of the image here. I'm gonna give this one an 8.
Pedestrian overpass.
I like this. This definitely has impact. Captured at a unique angle. This is like a footbridge that goes up to Central Avenue in front of the Ale House up in downtown Denver. You know, I love the night sky. I love this coming out of right out of the picture. I mean, this is just really, really nice. The way this is captured here, these 3 angles right here. I love that. I like the balance of the street light here. I love night photography, so this is really nice. The only thing that I would do to improve it is burn this down or get rid of this, because this kind of distracts your eye from all this that's going on here. So I'm gonna give this one a 9.
A single passenger.
That's good. I love this brown tone of the image here. Really, really nice. Whoops, I don't know why the sky got darker right here. Well, I see it's this way too. I don't know if that's an intentional vignette over the top or just the sky itself. I probably would have maybe fix that just a little bit. But this is nice. I love the overall tone of this here and all. It's nice. It's not a bad image at all. I'll give this one an 8.
Blacksmith.
Okay. It's really hard to capture flames because you get, this blown out part right here. So that's really hard to capture. I love the blacksmithing work. Love is the red. The composition is really good. It has impact. I think this would have even more impact if it was cropped right here. I don't think you need this barrel in the picture. I think if you start with these lines leading up to this gentleman here and this brush and cutting it off just at the bottom of the stool, I think it would have been a stronger image. I'll give this one an 8.
Un cerveza, por favor.
Oh, I'm more of a wine guy, but I don't turn down a beer. So, actually, I'm more of a tequila guy. You really want to know the truth. But love his expression. Pour the beer and all. I love the exposure. It's just really, really nice. His expression. I mean, this guy is serious. With the beers across, with the bottles across the top here, the bottles here. He's pouring a bottle of beer. Really nice composition. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give this one a 9. I like this.
In the chips.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what she's doing there. I don't know what that stuff is, but the picture is really yellow, and I don't know if that's because of the lighting or what. She has a nice expression, a sense of place, because you can tell this is over in Asia somewhere with the writing and all. And this is something that is not here in the United States, what she's doing and all. Very interesting there. Placement of her body placement is really well, so the composition is good. But I'm not a big fan of the lighting, so I'll give this one an 8.
Air warrior.
All right. Okay. This is a nice image with the pilot and all. A nice portrait of one of our military men, his expression and everything. It just doesn't have a lot of impact to me. It's just to me, it's just a picture of a pilot in a plane with the Air Force emblem here and everything. So, but it's handled really well. I'm not crazy about the lighting on the face, but I know the light's being affected by whatever's by the stuff that's over here in the cockpit. I'll give this one an 8.
Falling for fall.
All right. Nice balance to the image. Definitely has impact. The way the photographer did the composition. Really like that. Really like the way everything is up in this direction up here, which is nice. You really handle that really well. This is the kind of counterbalance to the image here. Exposures handled really well. I'd like to see maybe a little more shadow detail up there. If to see the pistol is here, stand out just a little bit more. But I like the fact that you can see all the stuff on the stems and everything. I like this. I'm gonna give this one. I'll give this one a 9.
Careful, wet cement.
This definitely has impact. I like this a lot. I mean, it caught everything at the right time, and the composition is excellent. With with the worker, the shadow, and everything kind of points up to the whatever this piece of apparatus he's using there. His hand coming down. I mean, everything is coming right to here, which is nice. There's a lot of detail in his the outfit he has on. You got the troll over here, which complements what they're doing on the image. I'll give this a 10. This is well done. This would have been a nice image in black and white or in color, because the blue and the blue complements the grays in the image. So this would have been nice either way.
Three, working hard.
This is good. I mean, she's on her knees shooting a flower, and he's just like, what am I going to do here? And everything. This guy's trying to find his Zen moment, I guess. That's a nice, fun image to capture if you're out on a photo safari or something. I want to give it an 8. It's just a fun image, so I want to give it an 8.
Cloth printing in India.
Wow, this definitely has impact. Wow, I just love his expression. The composition is excellent. With him, leaning towards, you can see he's getting ready to continue the printing right there, which is really nice. I love this image on the wall, which kind of balances out the, all that's happening here. Really, really nice. This is a 10. I really like this.
I see you too.
Yeah. Well, this definitely has impact. I like this. Now, this is an image where the square format works. And the eye in the middle, all this works. Really nice. I just love the curvature, the circle here, the circle here, the circle here. I mean, it all kind of works together. It kind of starts out with a big circle and keeps working into the pupil of the eye, which is a little circle. I'm going to give this one a 10. I like this. This is well done. The green background too is nice.
City Park Colonnade.
Oh, wow. I did not. Okay, cool. I know where that's at. This is the nicest picture of the City Park Colonnade I think I've ever seen. This is, love the color palette. I don't know what you did in post, add a little texture to it, but the color palette is really, really nice. I love the way your eye, just directs your eye down here and out to the end of the picture. The curvature here, the archway is really nice. I mean, this is really well done. I really like this. I'm gonna give this a 10. A couple things that don't take away from the score, but I would, maybe in post just bring this over so this black isn't here. So you bring this line, so this ends up being a straight line here, and then here, make this straight because this leans in just a little bit, but that's very, very minor. And I won't let that take away from the score of a 10, but I really like that a lot.
A peek inside a bakery.
Yeah, that's what it is, a peek. Yeah, okay. Well, I love the fact that you were sneaking in at them working or maybe eating their wares, who knows which. I think I would like to see a little bit more. I think there's too much doorway right here. And, my eye kind of wants to wander to this red because of the color of it, is directed to the red here. away from these guys that are inside, which I think is what the subject of your image is. And maybe burn this in a little bit here, a little darker. So I'll give this one an 8.
Finishing touch.
All right. This is nice. I like the exposure. Love the composition. I mean, this guy's really working. I mean, you can see that he's working. From how from the shirt he's got on and the dirt on the shirt. He's in mid, doing whatever he's doing with this trowel thing here. So this is nice. I'll give this one a 9 because I think you captured a good instance of him working. Even with his hand, with the done under his fingernails and all. You definitely know what he's doing, and the lighting's really nice too. I do like the lighting and the way you handle the exposure.
How could he improve that if he got a 9?
Maybe right here, just lighten up this shadow just a tad, and maybe his hand.
Where are you?
Hand, just maybe just lighten up the hand a little bit right there. Maybe lighten this up just a little bit, but that's all. And and his face too. I love the exposure, but I think I would have just maybe lightened up just a little bit. That's just me, just personal. But unfortunately, you have to take the personal taste of the judge into consideration.
A blue hour.
Okay. Like I said before, I love night pictures, and I really like this. I love the composition. I love the white frame around it to hold it all in. The exposure's handled really well with the blue and then the light, the snow on the top, the icicles. This is well done. Perfect opening right in here. Everything compositionally is well done. Has impact. Really like this. I'll give this one a 10.
The director.
Yeah, this one definitely has impact. If this plane doesn't stop, there's going to be a big impact. No, this is nice. This is nice from the things that the plane guys use to direct the flight. The 747 nose. I mean, my God, that's impressive coming at you. And then we have his auxiliary workers down here doing things. I mean, the composition's done really, really nice. I like this. This is a 10. I like this image a lot.
Alone and abandoned.
Aren't they all? My God. Well, this has impact because you don't see a lot of these anymore around. I'm going to give this image, boy, I'm going to give it an 8 because I think it would have been better in black and white. And I think it would have been better if you would have just had the phone and the wall plate. I think these, just my matter of my opinion now, I think these two things don't need to be in the image. I would have cloned them out, and I think it would have been more powerful with just the phone and that. Because pay phones are becoming sort of almost a nostalgic item now, I may even in post-processing or something use like some type of antique finish on it or something that made it look aged. I think it might have added some impact to the image and gave it more of an artsy feel to it. I think you always have to think outside the box a little bit for some images. Just play around maybe different versions of the image and see if it works. If you don't like it, then just delete it or don't show it. But I think it would have made it a better image to do it in black and white and just play around with maybe some post-processing techniques a little bit, or actions or something like that.
The radio call.
Now, this image definitely has impact. I mean, it's tack sharp. I mean, the eyes on the fireman and his expression on the fire. You know, looks like it's fire in the background. I mean, this is nice. This is very, very well done. The exposure is really nice. You know, we got nice detail in the strap and here and everything, and all the, you know, the material around is uniform. That's really well. I really like this part of the image and the lighting, how it's handled right here and everything. You can see the grime on his face from fighting the fire, and a little, you know, and the heat reflected off of his face. This is a 10.
Chasing wax on mold.
Okay. All right. Boy, she got some red hair. Love her expression. Looks like she's enjoying what she's doing. You know, this guy in the back, I know as much as you can do, but this guy in the back is kind of, you know, taken away from what she's doing here. I think there's a little bit too much activity going on in the background, especially for a color image. I'm gonna give this one an 8. May work better in black and white.
Far-reaching words.
One thing I want to know, the photographer, this was taken in Florida. There's a museum in Florida that has this thing outside of it, Fort Myers, Florida. You know, I wonder if this is where this was taken at. This is nice. This is nice to start new. I mean, that's a good place to shoot that up at the top and have everything lead that way. I like this. You know, love the way the letters lead into to the top of the thing here. Well done. I like this. I'm gonna give this one a 10. I like how this was handled. Very, very, very nice. Love the composition. Definitely has impact.
That's the end of the F16. We have 13 10.
Yay!
That's your lucky number, Travis.
Yay! It's my house number.
Oh. Glass Artist by Dick York.
I have a quick, interesting little story about this. This was taken at Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri. And I had posted this on my Facebook page. And a comment was posted by a woman saying, I got a set of glasses by him. Out of 5,000 people.
Cool. I like it. It's good. You really captured it there.
Thank you, Dick.
Thank you.
The Constructor by Cliff Lawson.
This was taken out in Moab, and I was out there with a group, and we'd already done arches and we'd done canyon lands. It was kind of a dull gray day, and so we found a junkyard. But then I saw the flashes coming out of this garage, and being a people photographer, walked in, and this guy was welding this thing, whatever it is. And he saw me. He said, "What would you like me to do?" I said, well, "Just keep doing what you're doing." And the color version is cool because his coveralls are green, and the equipment in the back is kind of orange and red. But that seemed kind of like the obvious choice to go to color, so I made it black and white, put a pretty heavy vignette on it to kind of accentuate his helmet and the sparks, and that's what I got.
Yeah, I like it. I like it in black and white. I mean, it nailed it. Nailed the exposure and everything. It's really cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cliff.
Yes, sir.
tied up by Sam Alexander.
Sam, I think you're unmuted. I see something on Dell laptop. I hope that's you.
No, that's me.
Okay, so sorry, I don't see Sam on here.
He's got a note here. It says roping contest at the Greeley Stampede. I
Maybe
think
why I
that's a
don't-
heifer rather than a bull.
So,
Hard to tell the difference with the city slickers. Says Malt Shop Waitress After Hours by Butch Mazuka.
Can you hear me?
you're live, Butch.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
You're on.
Okay, great. Yeah,
Great.
this was a fortuitous event. Someone, I really don't remember who, in Denver had gotten my name, sent me an email, and he had set up various photo shoots. He would rent a building, like, and this was a 50s museum. And one of the guys, his wife came along, and she said she was trying to play the part. And I said, "How'd you like the pose for me in the malt shop?" So I can't even think of the fellow's name. All I remember, it was a number of years ago, and it was in South Denver, and it was a lot of fun.
Cool. Good.
Thank you, Butch.
Surely.
Quarantine by Gwen Pena. Is Gwen here?
I don't see her on the participant list, so I hope I'm not overlooking her.
She has no notes.
Okay. So if you're on, Gwen, I apologize.
Oh, careful, wet cement. That's me taking the photo, that is. They're constructing a house next door, and I kept it in color, but I removed all colors except for the red and the, I don't know, blue or turquoise, whatever it is on the kneeling fellow's coat. Otherwise, I tried to remove all color and I had to crop it quite a bit. And actually that fellow at the top is holding a plate. They lay that down on the cement so they could kneel on it and then use a trowel to even it out or create ridges to carry water.
Yeah, I like that. I think
Thank
nailed it.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
I like the shadow and it all came together.
Yeah, it did.
Well, thank you, Travis. Thank you, Larry.
Good night, John Boy.
Did you get the $10 already, Travis? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it came today, as a matter of fact.
Cloth Printing in India by Oz Feniger.
You're live, Oz.
Yes, you can hear me, I presume.
Yes.
Yes.
So I was on a trip to India, and this was a demonstration on how they hand printed the cloth. So I cropped some off the left side, and the cloth actually stopped at the bottom right, and so I filled that in so your eye wasn't drawn to that, and also toned down the white a little bit so it wasn't so bright relative to his face. And the wall on the right side and the edge of the curtain I made darker too, so it wasn't distracting. And there were a couple paint marks on the wall that I took away that would have drawn your eye there. Yeah, his t-shirt too, I toned down so it wasn't quite so white. So made it so his face was the brightest thing, and your eye went to that. And it was taken indoors, I think, with lighting from the outside. So pretty flat lighting. And I boosted the contrast some. So
Yeah, nice. I like that. That's, yeah, I saw my list. I really want to go to India. Really, really want to go to India so bad.
yeah, you have a good time, lots of good opportunities, and the people are very nice. Don't
Yeah,
mind taking
yeah.
pictures.
Yeah, my neighbors are from India across the street, and they say, "You ever want to go? Just let us know." I said, "Okay." As soon as I find some money to go.
Well, thank you, Oz.
Welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, nice, Oz. Thank you.
This is I See You Too by Joe Bonita.
Well, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay, this every year we take a family vacation somewhere. We get the whole family together and go somewhere. So the year this was taken, which was a couple of 3 years ago, was a Disney cruise that went from like Orlando out to the Bahamas and back. And in the Bahamas, there was this parrot sitting there, on a stand, and I can't remember where it was exactly, but I was struck by how intense the image was, and I made the eye a little bit brighter, worked on the bill a little bit, and the background was a real mess. So this is superimposed over a what do you call it? A gradient.
Okay.
Using the same colors that were in the parrot. The other thing I want to mention is Disney cruises. Here you are on a 4,000 passenger boat, 3/4 of which are screaming children. You don't want to do that if you don't have to.
I did a Disney cruise. In fact, in 1999. But we didn't see the kids. They had them all on a separate deck when we were there. We won the cruise. So we went on a cruise, the same cruise you took, and went to the Super Bowl for free. And when the Broncos beat the Falcons. But we didn't see the kids. I mean, we thought they did a good job with the kids except at dinner hour, at the meals. They were all over the place. But so
You had
we
better
just
luck
stay on
than
the
we
right
did.
deck, Joe.
You had better luck than we did.
Yeah.
The kids loved it. They wanted to go again.
Well, thank you, Joe. I assume the boat had plenty of gas.
Oh yeah, well, this was long before. I mean, I would never go on one of these things again. That's just I like small ship cruises, not these monster floating cities.
This is City Park Colonnade by Nancy Meyer.
This is I believe it's an iPhone photograph, or else one that I took in to iPhone apps from the camera. And I don't remember which one because I did it probably 3 years ago, but it was one of the Painterly apps. And it also put some texture in there. So I liked it that way.
Yeah, I thought it was nice. I thought the color palette was really nice, and the texture.
It's
Thank you,
it's pretty
Nancy.
good to begin with.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome.
Blue Hour by Brian Donovan.
Yeah, I shot this one out my front door and used the split toning in Lightroom to cool the shadows and warm the highlights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, real nice.
Good, thank you, Brian. The Director by Oz Feniger.
Yeah, this was taken through the glass at DIA. We were going to go to eventually to Svalbard, not quite 2 years ago. So I took a number of pictures as the plane was coming in, as this guy was directing the plane. And I cropped some of the wing off on the left side and a little bit of the stuff on the right side as well. Well, all around a little bit, just to emphasize the body of the airplane and the guy who's directing the plane. And I jacked up the contrast on the clouds to bring those out more. Of course, I had to correct the color because of the glass. It was fairly a green tint on that. So that's pretty much what I did.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it definitely emphasizes the. I just love the feel of that image with that big old 747 coming out. And this is a big guy too that's directing them. It's worked out really well with the sticks crossed and everything. I like that.
Well, thank you. Yeah, got it at just the right moment.
Thank you, Oz.
You're welcome.
The radio call by Butch Mazuka.
This was actually another fortuitous occasion. My grandson's best friend's father is a professional photographer. And my grandson mentioned, yeah, my grandfather likes to take pictures. So he invited me to attend and watch a training exercise by the Eagle County Fire Department. So we were there the entire day and they were doing a training exercise. So I happened to catch this guy. They were actually making calls back and forth. This much I'll tell you. I really gathered a lot of respect for these guys. But anyway, it was really an interesting and fun night.
Yeah, that's intense. That image is intense. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks, Butch. One more. Far-Reaching Words by Gwen Pena. And I guess Gwen's not here, huh?